Hello you guys, welcome to my channel. If you are new here, welcome. My name is Tina, the Teacup Teacher. I'm a 5th grade teacher on the coast of Maine. And I just want to preface this video by saying that there is a lot of venting and ranting and just talking in this video, more so than usual. I love my kiddos more than anything in the world. I've already built so many great relationships with them, but we just had a rough week and I just felt disappointed and let down. And a lot of emotions I hadn't felt yet in my teaching career, so I apologize. There is a lot of ranting. I think one of the clips is almost like 10 minutes long. Please feel free to fast forward through that. But I just wanted to forewarn you guys, that way you weren't like, oh my goodness, all this girl does is complain. That is not my style. I'm a very optimistic, upbeat, outgoing, happy person. But man, some kids know exactly what buttons to push. So like I said, I just wanted to forewarn you guys that there is a lot of ranting in this video, but thank you so much for joining me on this YouTube journey. I'm so glad that you are here, and I look forward to making some more great content for you guys in the future.
What are you doing?
I die when I carry like 6 pieces. Thanks, baby. I love you. Cam, hi bub. Oh, is that a ball? Leave it. Good boy. Go get it. Go get it. Oh. Good morning, you guys. It is Monday and I'm obviously at school, and I don't feel even remotely prepared for today, and I don't know why. Well, probably because I didn't lesson plan at all on Monday, but I just don't feel prepared for the day. But I'm going to push through. It'll be okay. I am going to take it kind of easy this week. We have NUIA testing tomorrow and Thursday, and we have a half day on Wednesday, and tomorrow is testing. So they have a vocab test, a spelling test, and a reading comprehension test. So it's just a lot of testing for them this week. So I think today is going to be primarily review for reading and all that good stuff, and then for math, we're gonna keep pushing on because, yeah, we're a little behind in math. I mean, not much. I would say probably maybe a lesson behind, but that's okay. It is what it is. We have a lot of interruptions, so I'm just doing the best I can with dealing with those. Today is picture day, so I'm not exactly sure when we'll be going down, but it'll be at some point during the day, and I'm assuming it'll probably be during our writing block, because we are the last ones to go. So yeah, I am looking forward to it. Also, I picked up this shirt from Goodwill yesterday. It's from the Limited, brand new with the tag. The tag said $69 and I paid $1 for it, and it literally still had the tags on it and everything. And they even had like little extra buttons in case these little silver ones pop off. And I tried to wear my silver earrings, but I could only find the really, really big silver ones, and they were just too much. So I said, screw it. But I was going to curl my hair for picture day today, but I just wasn't feeling it this morning, and I'm gonna have to deal with that. And if I don't like it, I can do a retake. But I got Dunkin' on the way to school this morning, just because I don't know how, because it's been a habit for over a year now. I didn't prep my breakfast for the week, so I need to do that tonight. But yeah, it was really fun this morning, waking up, going into the fridge and realizing I did not have any breakfast today. So I stopped at Dunkin'. I made tea at home. I stopped at Dunkin' on the way to school to get myself a sausage, egg, and cheese wrap, and now I'm going to sit here and get everything ready for the day, and I will maybe check in with you guys when I take my kids at specials or at lunch or sometime hopefully before the end of the day. But every time I tell you I'm gonna vlog before then, I don't. So I'm gonna try to stop the empty promises, but I will check in with you guys later. Hey there, you guys. So clearly I'm at home, and I'm sorry about like all these weird like wavy lines that go across the screen when I film at home, but unfortunately I have LED lighting in my living room, and that's just the way that the LED bulbs react to the camera, and I apologize. But I'm gonna start with the day before I get into the afternoon. So today was a really great day. We tried a couple of new, let me mute the TV, sorry. We tried a couple of new procedures today, and I am having issues with students talking, and honestly, from a teacher standpoint, it could be so much worse. Like, my kids, they know when to work, they know when to talk for the most part. I don't usually, like, I don't have many issues with students talking, and I'm very thankful for that. However, I do have some kids that really prefer silence and they love silence when they're working. So I'm sick of hearing, and it's the tone of voice that they use when they ask another student to stop talking. It's that typical 5th grader, can you please stop talking? And I'm just like, we need to watch how we talk to each other. And I'm trying to find a way around it because it's leading to issues, because they hold grudges and then it takes it out to the playground, and then the issues happen to the playground, and then my poor principal is dealing with it all afternoon. So I decided that enough of that, and we incorporated waterfall today. So basically 2 times per period, except during writing, they're only allowed to do it once because it's such a shortened block. So 2 times per subject, not period, per subject, I am allowing them, Cam, we're not chewing, baby. I am allowing them to say waterfall. So basically it goes like this. Waterfall is what the one student who feels like it's getting completely out of control is what they say, and then the whole class goes shh, and then no talking. So like I said, any student can choose to do it, but it's only 2 times per subject. So I made sure when I told them about it today and how it would work, that they need to be smart. It's not to be used when one person at your table is talking and you just can't focus. That's when you still use your, you know, hey, I'm trying to work. Sorry, the blanket was driving me crazy. Like your, hey, I'm trying to work. Do you mind keeping your voices down? Or could you move if you're gonna talk? So it's just for a whole class kind of classroom management that they have control of. I have told them that if they have to do it more than twice in one period or one subject, or more than once in writing, I have Friday written downwards on the board, and each time that I have to tell them excessively, or if another student has to tell the class more than twice in one block, I erase the letter. And if they lose the word Friday by Friday, they get no Friday free choice. However, so there's that one. However, my students have already lost free choice, but I'm gonna get to that in 1 second. I left early today, and this is where I'm going to vent to you for a second, because I am very disappointed in my class. I left early today because I thought I had a tech committee meeting. However, it turns out that it wasn't today. I was wrong. And I didn't realize until I got there and sat in the parking lot for a half hour and couldn't figure out why anyone else wasn't there. So on the way home, I got a text message from the teacher who had my students for the last 5 to 7 minutes of the day. And I found out that one of my students broke a desk in her classroom. Another one of my students was throwing some fidgets. They were rude and disrespectful. 2 of them tried coming up with a team name for Team Titties when she was coming up with trivia team names. Another 2 were trying to like snuggle on a bench, like just mind blown at the behaviors. And I had to talk with them about how you are a direct reflection of me and all of this good stuff. So they don't know that I've already taken away Friday free choice because I'm over it. They know what I expect from them. And I am very grateful, and they are very lucky that I have the night to think about this and figure out how I want to proceed with discipline. I can guarantee that parents will be called tomorrow because they know that if I am out and I get any bad report from a sub, doesn't matter if it was simple as they were talking while working on only one worksheet out of the day, I call home. It doesn't matter. Guaranteed. No ifs, ands, or buts. I call home. So I am calling home tomorrow. I will be messaging on Class Dojo. I am contacting parents. It is halfway through October. They know expectations. They are 5th graders. They're not in kindergarten where it's halfway through October and they're still getting used to what you can and can't do in school. Like, no, they know the drill. So that is what I dealt with today. And like I said, they are so lucky that I have tonight to think about it, because honestly, I want to call parents right now. I am disappointed and I'm furious over their behaviors in her classroom, and I'm just mind blown that any of them would even think that it was okay. Like, I don't know. I'm not sure. But if you have ever dealt with anything like this, just drop how you handled it in the comments down below, because I am truly at a loss for discipline and for words, and I don't even know how to proceed with this. other than guaranteed calling parents tomorrow. They will be writing the 4th grade teacher apology letters for breaking her desk, throwing her fidgets. Like, they are all writing letters. And aside from assessments, they have lost iPads for the week. So I'm not sure how else to proceed. So if you have any ideas, please drop them in the comments. By the time I post this video, I will have already dealt out consequences and talked with parents. So it'll be, you know, after the fact, but I would love to, I'm hoping nothing like this ever happens again, but in the event that it does, it would be nice to know how some of you guys have handled this. So I am so sad that I don't have any wine in the house, because God knows I could use a glass tonight, but due to the fact that I didn't have a tech meeting when I thought I did and I left school like a half hour early, I got home pretty early. It is currently 4:20. I have my wood stove going. I'm watching TV, and I'm going to sit here and get some work done. My dog's eating a paper plate on my bed. So I'm just gonna sit here, get some work done, and try to figure out what I'm gonna do tomorrow and how I'm going to approach this with them. And by the time tomorrow comes, I know I won't be as angry, which unfortunately for them means just disappointment. And I went to Catholic school for a while, and my mom taught in Catholic school for 26 years. So I grew up with that, you know, typical Catholic school disappointment, and where it just makes you feel like guilty to the point where like it eats you alive almost. So I almost feel sorry for my children tomorrow, because I am truly, genuinely disappointed. Like, yes, I am fuming, and I'm just so angry with them, but I think the reason I feel those feelings is because I am just downright disappointed. Like, there is no other word than disappointed, because I'm just, I don't know. I'm honestly, like, I'm almost speechless. I know I've talked your ear off for almost 10 minutes now, but I'm completely dumbfounded. I think that may be a good word. So I'm going to go and I'm gonna get some work done, because I have to create an assessment for tomorrow, and I need to create some cheat sheets and all those good things. And I'm just gonna pretend like today didn't happen. I've let it control my life for the last probably 40 minutes. And yeah, about 40 minutes. And I'm letting it go. I can't do anything about it tonight, so I will deal with it tomorrow. And I'm just going to go. I'm gonna enjoy my night, and I'm going to enjoy the wood stove and all of that good stuff. So like I said, if you have dealt with anything like this in the past, or you just have some really great ideas on how to make your students realize that they are a direct reflection of you as a teacher, please drop them in the comments. I love to hear what strategies and tips people have to handle these kinds of things. So I will talk to you guys in the morning. I'm gonna go chill out for a little bit, and hopefully tomorrow I will have a much better sense of feeling and just being. So I'm gonna go, and I will chat with you guys in the morning. Good morning, you guys. I am at school, and I had last night to think about the whole situation with the way my students behaved for the 4th grade teacher, and I am still so angry. I don't normally get angry, but I am just angry. But I think it's more disappointment that I'm feeling. So I've ultimately decided that I'm taking away anything fun. There will be no background music while they're working. Reading buddies are getting put up. Big Joe, our beanbag chair, is getting put up, and there's just nothing fun. They need to earn it back. They need to prove to me that they are capable of being responsible 5th graders, because they are wonderful, and the kids that were an issue for her are my like godsend children. They are perfect in my classroom, and the ones that are behaviors for me were angels in there. And I'm mind blown at the events that transpired after I left yesterday. But I also have decided that I'm not gonna waste my time calling home. In school, I didn't break another teacher's desk. I wasn't throwing things that belonged to her. I wasn't coming up with an appropriate teen name, so why should I waste my time calling parents? I'm going to have them waste their time calling parents. So there's that. Sorry, I need to move this. So there's that. I don't even know. I'm amazed. I'm going to have them write letters to their parents and to the teacher apologizing for their behavior. And the letters to the parents, I'm going to have them tell them exactly what they did, and I will be checking these before they are sent home, because mine loves to put blame on other people, and it's, oh, well, I was doing this, but so-and-so started it. And it's like, no, you are old enough to walk away from the problem. Like, if you see someone doing something that they shouldn't be doing, you are old enough to walk away. And they've gotten better with that, but clearly we have not perfected that. So their letter to their parents is going to tell them what they did, and it's going to include what they should have done instead. But it is okay. It is a new day, and hopefully it can only go up from here. I know it can get worse, but I just don't even want to think about that. But I am going to eat my breakfast while it's still warm, drink my coffee while it's still hot, and put away everything that they are no longer allowed to use. Hello. Clearly, I am home, and there's another dog. Thank you, Maddie. Despite the issues that I had to deal with, the behavior issues from yesterday, despite having to deal with those today, it was a great day. So every day I start my class with morning circle, and it's just a restorative justice. So it is a time to talk. Okay. Stop. Hi. It is a time, thank you, my mouth was open. It is a time to talk a little bit about like social problems more so than anything, or just, it's not to talk about, oh, this is what we're gonna learn today. It's to really sit there and just share things that we're feeling. It's like a safe place to share, basically. Like, we talk about anything and everything. So I started morning circle this morning instead of with a prompt. I had them come sit down immediately, and I wrote on the board 2 words. Number 1 was embarrassed, 2 was disappointed. And we talked about the meaning of the words, and I then asked them why Miss Moro may be feeling this way. And they immediately like realized what was going on. One of them raised their hand and said, our behavior yesterday afternoon. And I was like, okay, does anyone want to elaborate? And they said that we were loud and we were disrespectful and we were rude and all of this stuff. So they went around and shared why they thought I felt those 2 things. And I weighed into them with a guilt trip, and it wasn't to make them feel guilty, it was just really how I was feeling. And I then proceeded to tell them that I wasn't gonna waste my time calling home, because I wasn't the one that was breaking another teacher's desk, I wasn't throwing her fidgets, I wasn't being rude or disrespectful. And they all looked really relieved. And me being the person that I am, I was like, I see that a lot of you are relieved. And they all kind of just looked at each other, and you could see like they were just so like happy they were getting away with it. And I said, well, see, I said that I wasn't gonna be calling home, but you'll be calling home and telling your parents what you did. And then 2 of them broke down into tears. Mind you, I hadn't even publicly addressed the breaking of the desk or any of that stuff. I just said that I was very disappointed in them, because as a whole group, they weren't listening. They were just rude and disrespectful. They were talking over her and all of that stuff. So I had to break down in tears. And yeah, it was just a day. So I took away their reading buddies. I took away Big Joe, which is our class beanbag chair. I took away our background music, which they usually play while working. I have a Bluetooth speaker that plays music. That has been taken away. I took away our LED lights around our smartboard that they loved for ambient lighting. That is gone. Anything fun that they enjoyed is gone. So yeah, that was my afternoon. But ew, I'm sorry, my dog just burped, and he's like literally 3 inches from the camera. I am so sorry. And there he is. So I'm going to sit here, clearly pay my attention-starved dogs some attention, and get some lesson planning done. I bought my dog a bear at Goodwill, and it's like literally the size of him, and he drags it around, which is funny because he's a 70-pound lab. But he drags it around like a little rag doll. But anyway, so I'm gonna go. I still need to make dinner for tonight. I still need to make breakfast for the week because I have not done that yet. And I'm just gonna relax. Today was a mentally taxing day. I don't like feeling that the way that I did this morning with my kids. I'm a very happy, optimistic person, but I really was just truly disappointed in them. They know what I expect from them, not only in my class, but as well as in any other class, such as specials, or if I drop them next door, and I just very, very disappointed overall. But I'm going to go and play with my dog. This is the bear. Like, it is huge, and he's playing tug of war with it. Yeah, so I'm gonna go because I'm being beckoned, and I'm gonna go play with my dogs and enjoy the fact that they don't let me down. Bye. Good morning, friends. It is Wednesday. Wow, have another. Hold on, I'm gonna move you guys for a second. It is Wednesday, and I'm gonna talk to you while I'm working, so I apologize about that. However, on my way to work this morning, I stopped at Dunkin' and I picked up a donut for my team teacher, the one that had the issues with my kiddos on Monday. And I'm going to leave a little note that just says, do not or donut let anyone make you feel like you're anything less than amazing, because they made her feel out of control. And I don't feel that that is okay. So I got her a donut on the way in. I'm just gonna drop it on her desk with the little note this morning. So there's that. And we do have a half day today, and I'm pretty excited about that. I think I'm going to use that clip art. So yeah, there's that. File, new template. Excuse me, I'm sorry. So yeah, I have to look at our schedule because I don't know when anything is happening today, which is awful. But I'm just not with it. So hold on, do not let anyone make you feel any like you're anything less than amazing. So yeah, today, like I said, is a half day, and because of that, I wore jeans today, which may not seem like a huge deal, but I don't normally wear jeans throughout the week. We actually are allowed to. We don't have a dress code. As long as it is school appropriate, we are allowed to wear it. So I wore jeans today simply because I just don't feel, what size is that, 66? Just because I don't feel like sitting in professional development in work clothes, which I wear very comfortable work clothes to begin with anyway, but it's just the point. So I am going to go get this printed off for her and get this on her desk hopefully before she comes in this morning. She should be here any minute. So I'm going to work on this, and I will let you know how it goes. Shoot, she just pulled in. Oh no. Come on, printer. So the teacher that I'm doing this for literally just pulled in the parking lot, and I have like a minute, not even, to get this done. Oh my word, running. Success, my friends. I did it. I got it in her classroom. I am like literally out of breath. Whew. Oh my word. Do nice things for your friends, people. Do nice things for them. Hey there, you guys. So my students are off at chorus and I am just sitting here. They've done coding this morning. When they come back, we will be writing our apology letters to the 4th grade teacher and all of that stuff. I have planned a little bit for next week. I've got some arrangements made with a parent who will be coming in so we can paint some pumpkins that were donated, and I've been making arrangements for our field trip on Tuesday because it's not just myself. I have to arrange for another adult to go with us for my student that needs a little extra help and those kind of things. So I have about 11 minutes before I have to go pick them up. When I do pick them up, we have about a half hour before lunch is brought down to our classroom, and then they're eating, packing up, and leaving. However, because lunch won't be delivered until like 15 minutes before they're dismissed, I'm thinking of having them pack up their things as they finish up their letter writing. So we'll see. I haven't really decided. It depends on how long it takes them, but yeah, I'm tired today. Like, I didn't even do my makeup. I'm exhausted. But I have some papers I need to get home. I really just want to plan. I like having things prepped and planned for the week ahead. So I'm going to try to get things prepped and planned for 2 weeks in advance. That way I'm ready to go and all of that. I'm trying to look at my schedule. Like, my lesson planner this week has like nothing in it, and that's just because we have new EA testing this week and we had a half day today and we have new EA testing tomorrow. So I didn't plan anything. It's not to say that I didn't know what I was doing. I mean, I knew what I was doing, but I like to have things down, like written out. But we finished our reading unit yesterday. They did all the testing on that yesterday, and I'm not starting a new unit until Monday. So I think tomorrow they have new EA testing during our reading block. So I think on Friday during reading, I'm going to have them practice. I'm going to have them practice skills. So we're going to talk about imagery. We're going to talk about homographs, homonyms, dependent and independent clauses, and yeah, and I'm trying to put together a novel study, but I haven't really made any headway with that. So hopefully this weekend I can get some planning done for that and figure out what books I want my kids to read, because I do want it differentiated. That way I can actually meet with groups and talk about what they're reading. But I'm going to sit here, get some things ready before I go grab them. That way we can be prepared to write our apology letters. So I survived our first half day of the school year. I have about 30 minutes before I have to get down for our professional development, which is on Google. And I'm actually really excited because I have wanted to become Google certified. I'm working on my Apple teacher certification, and I've also wanted to become Google certified and Microsoft certified. So I feel like this will give me a good baseline, because Google is something that I am still very new to, and I don't like not knowing how to use like a set of programs or things like that. So I'm really excited. Today went well. They wrote the apologies to Miss Mank, which is our 4th grade teacher, and they were just so heartfelt, and she just read them here and she was laughing hysterically at some of them because they were very heartfelt, very sweet, and she said that it gives her hope. So I feel like they learned their lesson. But yeah. So I'm going to go. I have to get ready. I have a couple things that I want to copy for the rest of this week and for next week, because I am planning and prepping for 2 weeks in advance. And then I will hopefully vlog for you guys before I leave school today. Good morning. I just got to work. Clearly it is rather cold out because I'm actually wearing like my down coat today. I think it's like 35 degrees outside. It's chilly. So clearly I am not looking wonderful today. I actually woke up before my alarm this morning. If I decide to go to the gym in the afternoon instead of in the morning, I don't wake up until 5:40 instead of 4:40, but I woke up at 5:30 today. So I was like, I'm going to get up early, let the dogs out, and I'll get to work a little bit early today. So I let my dogs out, and my youngest, her name is Maddie, my tan one. I'm sure you've seen her in the videos. Her newest thing lately has been rolling around in poop, and I have a farm. So on my street there are no farms. However, in my neighbor's backyard there is a farm. I live almost next door to a farm to table restaurant, and then one street over, which is barely even a street over because they're practically in my backyard, I also have another personal farm, just someone that just has a couple, chickens, and I think they have a goat and stuff like that. So her thing lately has been rolling around in poop, and she is now 2.5 years old, and she did not start this until August. After I came back from Alaska and then we moved back to Maine, this is when it started, and I was so frustrated this morning. I woke up early. I was gonna do my hair and do my makeup, but I wasn't feeling it this morning. I had to give her a bath, and in the process of trying to get her in the bath, she decided to jump on my bed and my futon. So I had to strip both of those and get all of that in the wash. And this is why I use all white sheets and comforters. People think I'm crazy because I have 2 dogs and everything in my house is white, but it can be bleached. So yeah, that was eventful. I also left my Apple Watch at home, which I don't think I've talked about how I use that in the classroom, but I have it set so that it goes off. There's a fly in my room. It goes off about a minute before I'm supposed to transition to the next subject. Obviously, if I'm in the middle of a lesson and they're really engaged, we're gonna push through. But that basically keeps me running. It lets me know what time it is. I use it to set timers. I literally use it for everything. So not having that today is going to be a bummer. But I also forgot it Monday, I think it was Monday or Tuesday, one of those 2 days. I didn't have it, which stunk. But yesterday after our professional development, because our students had a half day and we had PD in the afternoon, I got our schedule up on the board and I got our morning prompt up. Normally I do both of those things in the morning just because I usually chat with the other teachers after work and then I head home, but because I get here so early, that's kind of when I prep for the day. But that's all done this morning, so I actually get to sit here and finish lesson planning. I have everything done for social studies for next week, and yeah, so everything is done. I printed off, or no, I didn't print off, actually. I'm going to do that real quick. I created some worksheets for social studies, which I was going to show you last night. However, my camera battery was dying, and I keep a spare charger and spare battery in my classroom, and unfortunately that's where my spare battery was, and I just didn't really feel like going to charge my camera at 7:30 at night just to vlog for you guys, no offense. I figured it could wait until this morning. I made this worksheet called Important Places and People, or People and Places, whatever. So basically it just talks about all of the different places and people, hold on, my tripod's caught on my watch, that we are going to learn about this year. So honestly, this is going to be something real quickly that we fill out as a class, because I do want them to create index cards. That way they can go through them like flashcards, because every single one of these is verbatim from their test. And I'm going to let them know that. So then this is lesson 1. It just has vocabulary at the top, and then it has some questions that are direct from the text and some critical thinking questions. And then lesson 2 also has vocabulary at the top, and then it has just a little timeline here where we're going to fill in the blanks as a class, and then they will be required to answer the questions at the bottom. Lesson 3 This one has just questions. There was no vocabulary or anything fun and exciting with this one. Lesson 4 also has vocabulary and then a couple of questions down at the bottom for them to answer. And then the last one is the study guide. So the top is vocabulary, and then the bottom are just some questions that refer back to things that we've learned, and they will be required to fill this out and take it home and study this. So that's what I did last night, and my kids, I don't know if it's just my class, but kids don't know how to refer to textbooks. But I think it's because they don't really have any textbooks. When I was in 5th grade, we had all of our textbooks and they went home with us and we answered questions at the end of the chapter, and that's just how I learned. But I've noticed that like my kids don't even have a math textbook to refer to, so they only have things that I give them, and their reading textbook stays here in class. Like, it doesn't even stay in their desk. And social studies textbooks, I could send those home, but honestly, I don't think they would come back. And they are so old that I'm worried they may fall apart in their backpacks. So I just create these worksheets. And I'm not a huge fan of worksheets. However, this class and their parents really prefer them. So yeah, so I worked on that last night, and I am going to get those copies all run off. That way they are ready to go as I need them. And I have most of our, I don't know what I did with this. I have most of my Reading Street materials also copied and ready to go, but I need to sit here and try to get some things planned. I have a lot of papers on my desk. They are driving me crazy. And I'm gonna try to get some of this all cleaned up and organized because it is driving me bonkers. I also need to start preparing for parent-teacher conferences. They are not until November 8th, which is wonderful because it is the day after my birthday. That's exactly what I want to do the day after my birthday. But it is what it is, part of being a teacher and all those good things. So I'm going to sit here. I'm going to, oh, I left my lunch container here yesterday. I am going to sit here, well, not sit here. I'm going to go and hog the copier before anyone else gets here and they end up needing it. I try to run things off like at the end of the day or in the beginning of the day before anyone gets here, because I do it in bulk, because I do a week at a time. So since no one else is here, I have about 20 minutes before contract time starts, before everyone's required to be here. So I am going to go and hog the copier until then. I have killed a tree in the process, but all of my copies are made for the next 2 weeks. I am not proud of how much paper I've used, but at least, actually it's probably closer to 3 weeks. But all of my copies are made for the next couple of weeks, so that's exciting. And I'm going to stick them in my weekday bins. Those pumpkins will finally be off my desk on Monday, and yeah. Guys, so the day is done and I am just packing up to go home. I have about 5 minutes until I can leave, and yeah, I'm tired. We did a lot of testing today. Well, this afternoon we did some NUIA testing, so I'm just I'm tired. I'm feeling it. And I'm gonna fix this because it's like pointing up at the ceiling. So yeah, I'm tired. But I'm gonna get out of here. I'm gonna go home. My boyfriend's family is making moose meat spaghetti tonight, so I'm excited for that. I love me some moose meat. I've been eating turkey that he hunted last weekend. Well, over the weekend, not last weekend. I've been eating hunting. I've been eating turkey that his family hunted, or that his family, try that again. I'm so tired. I have been eating turkey that he hunted on Saturday for lunch and dinner this week. Wow, that took a lot of effort. I got the little Halloween things up on the window, the gel clings, and I just think they look really cute. But I do need to stop at TJ Maxx on the way home. I may try Walmart. I don't know. I need to buy PJs. Tomorrow is their reward, which is Pajama Day, and I'm gonna post about that in Class Dojo just in case. But anyway, tomorrow is Pajama Day, and I am looking forward to it. It is their reward for earning 10 class-wide rainbow shines. So I'm gonna leave here right at 3:20. That way I can hit TJ Maxx on the way home, and I don't have to go back out until dinner tonight. I have a lot of things to grade because they need work for catch-up tomorrow because they do not have free time. So in their free time in the afternoon, they will be reading or making up work. But I'm gonna go and I will hopefully have a pajama to show you today or tomorrow. I don't know. I'm exhausted. I'm gonna go. Good morning, you guys. It is Friday and it is pajama day, and doing a pajama day on a Friday is like the best thing I have ever done. On my phone still in my pocket. So I did get here a little later than usual. It's 7:25. I'm usually here like a half hour ago, but when I got to Dunkin' this morning, which is like 1.5 miles, 2 miles from my house, I realized that I forgot my Hydro Flask at home, which I drink a lot of water throughout the day, so that was not okay. So I had to turn around and go get that. And of course I had to love on my dogs for a couple minutes because I felt like I was teasing them by coming home and then leaving like immediately after. So yeah, but today, like I said, is pajama day and I am so comfortable. I have like my LL Bean Wicked Good slippers on and I'm just so comfortable. So today we do not have free toys because of everything that had happened on Monday afternoon. So today I'm going to start teaching them partial product for math, and I'm really excited. They loved array method, and I know they're not going to enjoy partial product as much, but it'll still be a good time. And then for writing, we're going to do our popcorn writing in Google Docs, which they love, love, love to do. And then intervention, they have a lot of work to make up, which I actually have to, oh, I left the folder in the car. I have to go back to the car. I have to go grab my folder of all the papers that I graded last night. I spent like 1.5 hours grading because I haven't done it for like 2 weeks. So I have to go grab that. I have to sort it out into the ketchup bin. That way they have stuff to do for today. For reading, not sure what we're gonna do. I think I'm gonna cut reading short, and we're going to do review stuff, and then we're gonna go right into social studies because we have a couple things to do with that, and I think we're gonna move on to the next lesson. And then we have, don't think we have science, so I think I'm gonna do a little bit of science today because we don't have free choice because my kids did not deserve it after the behavior this week. So yeah, I think the activities that we're going to be doing today are still fun, but they are learning, and that is what we're doing today. So I'm going to run down, grab that out of my car, which means I have to put my coat back on because it is freezing out, and then I'm going to come and organize everything into the ketchup bin and get things ready today. I need to pick out a prompt for our popcorn writing and all those good things. I will show you what I do with popcorn writing because the kids love it. It is one of their favorite things ever, and it's so much fun. So I'm gonna go run and grab that out of my car, and I will check in with you guys in a few. Hey there, you guys. My kids are at lunch and I'm feeling pretty good today. Like, I don't know why I am overtired today. I'm exhausted. I don't know why. I'm sleeping plenty. I'm sleeping from about 7:30 or 8 until 5:40 in the morning. I haven't been going to the gym in the morning just because I've been like that tired lately, and I miss going to the gym. I definitely feel that I'm not going as often, but mental health at this point is taking priority over physical health, which isn't true because I still eat well and I still, you know, I walk a lot, but I'm just not lifting weights like I was. So there's that. I feel good. We've been in school for probably 7 weeks now, 6 or 7 weeks, and I just put in grades today. I have had this yellow folder has been stacked full of papers for about 4 weeks, and I finally got everything graded and put into Power School, and I finally got it put into my data binder, so I feel good. My lesson plans and papers are copied for the next almost 2 weeks, so that is especially nice. I do need to print up some cheat sheets for math, but other than that, I think I'm good. My worksheets are created and printed and run off for social studies. So social studies and ELA are completely done. Math is just in here and there type thing. So I mean, it's pretty much done, but not like completely. But yeah, like I said, I'm tired, and I don't know why. My hair is also entirely too tight, and I'm gonna get a migraine. So hold on 1 second. Sorry. So I used to have really long hair, and I cut it, and ever since I cut it, if I wear it too tight, I get a really bad migraine. So that's why these buns that like fall out after 30 seconds are like my go-to thing. And that's why I wear my hair in braids a lot, because it doesn't weigh down my head, because I'm not used to wearing my hair up. But anyway, I am sending home a lot of papers with my kids today, because everything that I graded, that I got recorded into my data binder and into Power School, it's all going home today. So it is out of my control. It is out of my hands. And I am so happy about that. I am so grateful that I wore pajamas today, because it's one of those days. Which, speaking of, I am wearing these stretchy pants. I got these at TJ Maxx, and I definitely should have bought a small, because they're actually a little bit big. You can't see, but they are up to here on me, which is pretty high. So I definitely should have gone with a small instead of mediums, but they're extremely comfortable, and all of that good stuff. So they're also, sorry, there's a fly. They're also really warm. When I left the house this morning, it was below freezing, so my legs were not cold at all. So I may actually save these for hiking instead of sleeping in, because I need pants to hike in because it's chilly. And then I'm wearing this Kindness Looks Amazing on You shirt that I got at Old Navy over the summer, and just a gray cardigan, which is supposed to be like a nightgown robe type cardigan. It was from the sleepwear section at TJ Maxx, but I wear it to work because it's soft. It's like super soft. I just like to sit here and pet myself. But yeah, so I'm gonna go. I have about 15 minutes left of my lunch. When my kiddos come back from lunch, we are doing popcorn writing. So basically, I give each student, well, each pair of students or small group, so they're in pairs of 2 to 3 or groups of 2 to 3. I give them each a color, and then we go around and they each write a color. Or I'm sorry, they write a sentence in their color. So we kind of create one story. I do the sentence starter, and then they go around. I'll show it to you. But we're doing that. And then we are doing lesson 2 for social studies today, and we are going over from Outdoor Science Day a couple weeks ago. I vlogged a little bit about that. We have our jars. So that is our jar, and it is clay, soil, and silt that it's all broken into. So we are going to record our observations and see what our dirt in front of our school is made of. Actually, it's our soil bed, our garden beds. Each class has a garden bed at my school, so it's actually soil from there. But I'm going to go and enjoy the rest of my lunch. I'm sorry that I've talked and ranted a lot in this vlog. It's just been one of those weeks, and I'm hoping that next week is a better week, and I'm sure it will be because it is a fresh start. And my kids and I are going to talk today. We're we're gonna do a circle at the end of the day. I'm gonna call it our closing circle, and we're just gonna talk about what we've learned this week, and I'm going to ask them if they think they have earned back some of the things that I've taken away. So that'll be how we close out our day, but we are not having any Friday free choice because, as you can see, they've lost it because of their behavior on Monday. So I'm gonna go enjoy the rest of my lunch, which there isn't anything left, but I am gonna go get some more ice in my hydro flask because it's empty, and then I will talk to you guys after school.
It actually is clay. Top is clay. But we all gonna turn, right? That is still.
I'd rather you not touch it because there's an iPad on the table. You can move your bodies.
Also, it's 36.
You can move your bodies.
Also, it's 360 degrees.
Miss Moro, we have no clay. That's clay. See the little bit of white stuff right there?
Oh, yeah, we have clay is that dark stuff at the very, very top.
So there's like a pretty
I know there's a little layer of clay.
Wait,
The sand looks to be right here.
erase and save. That'd be nice. Right. Instead of writing clay, write it with your eraser.
But why is this brown
Is that
instead
video
of the
camera?
color that?
Are you recording?
What's your question?
Well, why is this brown and not
There's
that?
different layers. Make sure you're looking at this.
I thought that would be the clay because
This is my
white.
I wrote my.
Hey, you guys. I clearly am home, and hi, Maddie. I am going to make this quick because it is Friday and I just want to enjoy my day and shut off my school brain for a while. So today was a really great day. In the afternoon, we did a follow-up experiment for science that has to do with Outdoor Science Day that happened, I think, 2 or 3 weeks ago. And it was 2 weeks ago because it happened on October 3rd. And what we did was we had taken soil samples and we put them in a jar with some water, and it separated out into different layers of silt, clay, and sand. So I had my kids, we had 6 different samples, and they each analyzed 2 samples. So in their samples, they drew the layers out. So they're going again. So they drew the samples out and they labeled them, whether it was sand, silt, or soil. And then I can't handle them on Fridays. They are just nutty. I swear, they like pick up on my Friday energy, like my Friday vibes. So he's staring at her. She's standing in the middle of the road. Thank God I live on a dead end with like 4 houses, but he's just standing there with his ball because ball is life when you have a lab. Like, that's all they care about in life is a ball. If you were a tennis ball, then they might love you more than a tennis ball. So they drew that out, and then I asked them to make some conclusions about their soil, and then I had them research what good soil was comprised of, and then they had to make a conclusion of whether, or draw a conclusion on whether they thought our soil was good for planting or not. So it was a really, really good time. And then after that, we moved into social studies, and they had one of the best social studies lessons we've had in a very, very long time. They were actually like paying attention. Normally it's like pulling teeth trying to get them to answer questions. But they were on it today. Like, I would ask a question and I would have 5, 6, 7 hands up, which in a class of 14, that's a decent amount. And they would just start rattling off answers. Like, one of them was, why were people interested in trade with Asia? And it was because of jewels, silk, spices, and I think those were the 3 we were focusing on. And like, I actually had hands up and they were just mentioning one at a time, and it was just awesome. Like, they were engaged. And then we worked on a worksheet, and they're getting the worksheets now. So I think we're in a routine. It's just really nice. And it was just a really, really good time. So hi, Mama, come here. Up. So we did that, and then we, hi. Oh, my mouth was open. Hi, thank you for not rolling in poop today. So we did that, and it was just a really good day. And then we ended our day with learning some call and response songs with 4th grade that they do. There's just not my thing, but my kids did enjoy learning one from them because we do hear them. So they enjoyed finally learning what we were hearing. And then we ended our day with a closing circle because we do restorative circles, and we ended our day with a closing circle sharing what we have grown to love and appreciate about one of our friends, and today was his last day with us. So that was really nice, and it was just so nice to hear the things that they were saying, and no one repeated anything that was said before them, and it was just such a sweet, genuine moment, and it was a wonderful end to a day. I am going to miss him. I have already cried twice actually, because he was supposed to leave 2 weeks ago and he didn't. So I cried that day and I cried today, and we took a nice class picture and all of that good stuff. So it was just a very good Friday. But with that being said, my boyfriend is waiting for me because I am still in PJs, and we are going to get some stuff to make for dinner, and we're just gonna hang in tonight and just relax because I'm exhausted and I need to clean like you would not believe. So I am going to sign off here. It has been a very long week. But my kids really turned their behaviors around. So what started off as a rough Friday really just turned out to be, what started off as a rough week with what happened Monday afternoon, it just completely turned our class dynamic around. I think they've realized that I care about them and that I want them to be successful, not just in school, but as just human beings in general. And they were like completely different kids this week. So I guess with every rainstorm there is a rainbow. So it just goes to show that your class may let you down one day, but they will win you over yet again. So I'm going to go and enjoy my weekend, and I hope you all do the same. You guys know the drill. If you haven't yet, be sure to hit subscribe. If you like this video, please be sure to give it a thumbs up. And if you have ever experienced classroom behavior like I didn't experience it, but my classroom buddy did. If you guys have ever experienced classroom behavior like that, please drop it in the comments down below because it makes me feel so much better about myself and my class. But I will see you guys next week.